feel like when that Ted Bundy movie came out with Zac Efron, there was also this documentary to follow. I didn't watch that documentary, but I feel like they're doing the same thing with Dahmer here, because Dahmer's show, that Ryan Murphy, Jeffrey Dahmer show, just came out yesterday, and now there's a trailer for Conversations with a Killer, the Jeffrey Dahmer tapes. And so I'm actually I haven't watched the Jeffrey Dahmer show yet. I'm kind of just like, I don't know. Like, I just have other stuff to watch and other things to do, so I'm not really super worried about watching that, but I am more interested in this documentary because when I first started, about 6 years ago, I really started getting into true crime podcasts, and when I was listening to an episode of one of them, they were talking about, like, I think it might have been like a Richard Ramirez episode, and they were talking about interviews that he'd done, and I went on YouTube down this rabbit hole of serial killer interviews, which I was either really young or not born yet when some of these people were caught, and so I didn't know that all of this footage existed of interviews with them. So that's kind of what I'm expecting this is. I really don't know, but I'm definitely more interested in seeing interviews, maybe some never before seen stuff, than I am another adaptation of Dahmer's story with people acting it out. You okay? Yucky. Okay. Let's see what this is all about.
I was a young lawyer at the time. I get this call from my boss. He said, I need you to see Jeffrey Dahmer. It's my first job. I felt like Clarice Starling in Silence of the Lambs. There were horrific things that he did, but Jeffrey Dahmer was a very complex person.
What triggered it all? I wish I could give you a good, straightforward answer on that.
It's so
Shock and
eerie hearing
horror
their
as police
voices.
carry out a large cooking kettle in the most gruesome mass murder case in Milwaukee history.
I don't think there's anything that
directed
can
Ted Bundy
prepare
tapes,
anybody
yeah.
for that kind of
It's the
carnage.
same
People
people.
were shocked, they were awed, and they couldn't turn away.
Yeah.
I said, yes, this is how I killed, and this was why.
I just wanted to keep him. I guess that's the best way to describe it.
There's no person I've ever known of that was as lonely a human being as Jeffrey Dahmer.
You don't know how to love.
No, you're not just lonely, you're fucking deranged.
There are times that I felt like a mother to him. I felt like I was his therapist. But hearing the graphic detail was more than I
It's
could
really
stand.
interesting hearing from his lawyer.
I had a drill at home, and it's gonna sound bad.
You can't help but to become close with somebody when you spend that many months with them. It was difficult
you can
to
help to
pretend
not be
like
close
this
to
isn't
him.
affecting me.
He preyed on the undetectable, people of color, gay people.
But they took the word of the white male over 5 black witnesses.
This was not an evil man. This was a sick man.
When I started falling away, I gave up
Sick
trying
and
to
evil.
resist.
That two things can be true.
Decided I'm losing this fight with myself. I can't control it any longer.
It was my own private little world. I had complete control.
Another October 7th. That's the same day Hellraiser, the same day the Midnight Club. Okay, yeah, this is definitely an example of something that I would be interested in watching right now. Definitely think like seeing footage from the trial and things, I don't know, we've probably seen a lot of this stuff, but hearing from the lawyer, like, sounds like, I don't know, that woman sounds real interesting talking about how she got close to. I just don't know how you could get close to somebody like that, but maybe it's like me looking back to all the things we know now, but like if she was in the thick of it and she's defending him, I don't know, maybe it's not the same to her at the time, but definitely way more interesting hearing this perspective. When I was living in Florida, I was taking college classes at a university, and they had a guest speaker there that was one of the prosecuting attorneys in one of the Ted Bundy trials, like in Florida. 'Cause I think he was prosecuted in multiple states, but the guy that was speaking wasn't a very good speaker. I mean, he was definitely, you know, I don't know, like he wasn't very engaging. He seemed super hostile about Ted Bundy to this day, which cool, you know, understandable. But it was really interesting nonetheless, just hearing from somebody that was there, somebody that was prosecuting him. And so in this case, this is his defense attorney, but way more interesting hearing from or seeing something like this than another portrayal of a TV show or a movie, I think. So I'm definitely gonna mark my calendar. I will be watching this. I never watched the Ted Bundy one. I should probably go back. It's probably still on Netflix. I should probably go back and watch the Ted Bundy one too, and the John Wayne Gacy one. I wonder if they've done one on Richard Ramirez too, because that one's another one, like another wild, old serial killer story. So, all right. Well, if you liked this video, leave it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.